Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rafeco. This is Disgaea 2. We are going to do an item world run this time. I would like to get this built up. So, this is going to be a little bit... we're going to go ahead and just do the normal for this particular run. But I am going to mention now, I am going to start looking ahead a little bit here. Because we have this very... basically, there's a very steep curve in the next section of the game. I either had forgotten about it or was not aware of it, but we've started noticing that already, where I was running into that the much higher level enemies. Let's see what this is real quick. Medic. Hospital on the first area. Okay. Good to try that again, I guess. So yes, basically, I'm realizing that I think part of my problem is just that I have so much... I have so many characters, basically. And I mean, that's not the end of the world, but we can only use 10 characters against the last boss. The last boss is level 90. And that's in, there's only 3 chapters left. We're on 11 now, and there's gonna be 12 and 13. So we're gonna have, I mean, and the last boss is a single enemy. It's okay if he's a little bit higher than us, but, you know, the stuff leading up to him is like in the 70s and 80s. So in the next 3 sections, we're gonna be going through a lot. And part of my problem here is I've got, I think, 20 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, 20 characters so far. Plus I have to make, Sam a tree. I can't level that many people up that high. It's gonna take forever. And especially, I'm getting to the point where I'm not grinding out everything on video. So it's basically meaning that I am taking a lot of time doing stuff. I'm basically spending a lot of time on this game that isn't even going into videos. And I guess I'm not okay with that. Like, I like this game a lot, but I think part of my problem, because I've never actually beaten... Actually, I don't know if I've actually fully completed any of the Nippon Ninja games. I love them, but I've never actually gone through all the way. And I think the main reason is because of this problem. Because I mean, it's the reason I picked the game is because I tend to pick or make a lot of characters and then use them and make sure that they're all fully leveled up and go through and do the full, you know, give them all the full level treatment. So my thought right now, my plan right now, is to... I'm gonna do this item world grind to get Dan a new weapon because I think it's neat. I've got a gold version of a pretty good item. I want to see what happens with it. I think it'll work. After that, I'm gonna kind of just roll with whoever my highest level characters are to an extent. And my most powerful characters. Now part of that's because of who I've given equipment to, and I know that. And who I've used. Part of that's because of the classes people chose, stuff like that. And honestly, I didn't know which classes were going to be best when I started. Yeah, no, I'm kind of just hoping that I can I guess narrow it down a bit as we get closer, and get down to about 10 characters, which is how many you can actually use in a single battle, that are actually going to pull their weight in that final battle, and just level up those 10 that I'm going to use. I'm not sure if that's going to be at the very end or just in general. It'll probably depend on how aggressive the ramp is after this. By that I mean, so I'm going to do this this item world run. It's just going to be pretty straightforward. And then after that, I'm gonna do the next World 11 and see if I can get. If I'm falling behind, basically as soon as I start falling behind and having to grind midway through, I'm gonna pull back a bit and see where we're at on everything. So part of the reason I'm mentioning this is just to just so if people are aware of it as and give me something to talk about while I'm going through this fairly straightforward area here. But part of it's also so people know going forward here that I'm probably going to have to pull back a few people, and part of the reason I want to mention that is I don't know who actually is keeping up on these, who's paying a lot of attention, and I think it's important to be good to the people who are being loyal, I guess. People who I mean, I do this, you know, a good chunk of this is for me, so I can have fun anyway, but if people are watching, I want to make sure you're the ones who are getting, I guess, first dibs. So if you are watching and would like to make sure that you're in those final few episodes, that you're one of the people who gets leveled up, let me know, and I'll make sure to bump you to the make sure you make the cut, basically. I mean, that's one of the nice things with this game is because of the way the reincarnation and all of that works, I can really use just about anyone if I just focus on them. And again, stuff like equipment goes a long way in it also. Which I didn't mention that as part of the whole leveling up thing, but one of the problems I'm running into is I have a huge number of people, and the equipment is so expensive in this game. Which leaves me basically having everyone with mediocre equipment instead of a few people with very good equipment, which is another kind of important factor, I think, in keeping up with this going forward. That'll probably be within the next video or two that I start making that call. Like I said, it partially is going to depend on how bad the next section is. I know that there's going to be stuff that's up to level 50, and we're about level we're in the high 30s right now. So, there's a lot of I have a feeling we're going to be figuring out very, very shortly how that's gonna work. There are definitely some people that I've been using that I think do that their characters are very useful right now. Dan, Carrie, Bill, Tara, Beefy are kind of the top, some of my top characters right now. Ryan and Par and Kat are all pretty high level and very useful. Pete's really hard to kill. Pete and Fred are kind of on about par. Brian is actually pretty good there too. And Chris is actually not bad. Partially just because he is so... that combo aspect with him is so good. Again, there's lots. The fist characters in general don't seem like they're as strong as a lot of the other characters. Part of that's because they have the dual stat thing going. You know, the characters that have actually set as Archer and Gunner are not as tend to be stronger than the other characters that are using those weapons. Although the thief character is still very good because of that movement aspect. So I may end up swapping, like, especially since the map is not going to be as good as I go forward here. This is going to be a fun, quick geo puzzle level, looks like. Maybe. Okay, so this is the defense bonus. I think this is going to be relatively safe. Let's see. Can Ryan do this? Magic knife? Yeah. We're gonna take some damage. I think we'll survive it. I think. Well, we'll definitely survive it now. Let's see if... No, Cat doesn't have nearly enough movement. We're gonna do this. Let's try cat again. Not quite. I want somebody who can move to that square, so I need somebody with 5 movement. And a ranged attack. So, Terra? Get a full combo here, I believe. Not sure. I didn't see that blue one over there. It's possible. Nope, clear's gonna be next, so we should be good. Oh, there's a yellow. I didn't see the yellow either. Crap. Well, I may have done a bit more damage to my own characters than I wanted to, considering where we're at in the dungeon. If we need to Gensi out and go back in, we can. It's not the end of the world. I do want to make sure that nobody dies from it. Okay, so none of my characters died. Good. Okay, so we're gonna pull Fred out and Bill. Fred's gonna pick Bill up. Toss this way. Shoot. And we get that level 8 bonus here. Not even an amazing one, but actually that Devil Ring is gonna be really good. So, that's nice. Basic level. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, I have a problem with these types of games of just, when I have so many options, I just feel the need to level like everything up and to do it evenly and to do it effectively, like, and to even do weird creative things with it, like, you know, the samurai archer and the well, that's the main one right now. I guess we've had 2 samurai archers over the course of it. Okay. We need... Where is... Fred?
Here.
Oh, good, they're moving towards us. That'll make things easier. I have the same kind of problem as I do with this game with like the Persona games also, where I get towards the end and I'm like, but there's so much still to do, and then I just sit there and never actually get around to finishing it. Same kind of thing with, I guess kind of with Pokemon, although I did finally settle down and grind out finishing that. And like with Pokemon, this particular game is one that there's actually a ton more to it that I haven't even touched on. Because there's the whole system where you can like basically, depending on who recruited you, you can learn moves by standing next to them and using their moves. It's like a whole second system where you can train people up with different moves. So like theoretically, I could be teaching Dan's moves to somebody else, or vice versa. You know, some of the characters who have kind of a weird stat set, but some really solid moves. Like I could give Dora or Tony the healing move that Dan has and be extremely happy. One of the other reasons that I'm probably going to want to narrow it down at some point soon is I'm about due for reincarnating everything. I can do I have enough mana on most of my characters, and I've got these those mana potions that I bought. I can do a really effective reincarnation at some point here. I'm just not quite there yet. Mostly just because I don't want to take the time to re-level everyone up. I want to do it all in one go. And at this point, I don't want to do it with 20 people. Because the first time when I went through and did like a round of reincarnations, it took quite a while to level back up. The second time it took even longer, and it does make a big difference. And we want to make sure we take out the magic user here. Should have done like a hardcore mode or something where if somebody died, I just left them dead or something. That would have made this a little bit more, give it a little more of that drama that I had with the XCOM. videos. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I feel like that's a large part of why those videos are, why there's more investment in that, both for me and for other people, as far as I can tell. I don't know, I've had a lot more initial investment in it, in XCOM. I think I had about twice as many volunteers, and I didn't have to ask as many times to get them. And I've gotten a way higher view count overall on those videos than on the Disgaea videos. I can't remember if I said it or not, but part of the reason that I'm that I'm trying to get through this game in particular is I am probably gonna continue, or I'm probably gonna go on and do more of it later, but just because there's so much post-game content too. But I do want to finish up the main run and look at getting back into XCOM, just because I've got I just got the DLC for it. Fire and fire. So we're gonna go fire weapon on Cat. We're gonna have Dan go over here so that he can get thrown next round. But yeah, no, I've got War of the Chosen now, so I want to try another XCOM run now that I've got that, and just kind of see what happens. So keep your eyes out for that. It's going to be coming at some point here. I will have to start over on that because I lost my character files, which is really annoying. Okay, I guess we'll stop there. Looks like those... sometimes these 3D areas are really obnoxious to be able to actually see what's going on. Green is death blow, that's kind of important. Just to make sure I don't accidentally end up standing on one. This is a really obnoxious layout. Okay, I think... Let's see if this works. Height problem. Figures. After all that work. Let's try that. I've been kind of organizing my to-do list for my videos here. I think I've got like 14 video series in progress technically right now, so I was like, you know what, I should probably work on actually finishing something before I start something new. Despite that, I'm still totally... kind of in the same boat I was. Where I am gonna finish this before I start something new. But I still have a lot of random stuff started that I haven't finished. I've pretty much accepted a few of them that are just not gonna happen. There's a couple I'm gonna see if I can get back to. Because I do like... there's a lot of those games that I do really enjoy. It's just... I had other things that seemed more exciting to me at the time. Like, the Quintet games. I do really want to get back to those at some point here, and at least a couple of them would be, specifically, I would really like to finish Soul Blazer, and then maybe try get to Illusion of Gaia, because those games are both really solid and really interesting. And Terranigma is good too, but I'm not as familiar with that one. Part of the problem is that there's a lot of these games are also just very long. My overall to-do list right now has like 80 games on it. I do want to keep going on the Castlevania ones, but those are also very, very... the challenge factor for Castlevania is very high. So... that definitely has served as a bit of a deterrent. I was able to get through that first one pretty easily, the first like few levels of Castlevania, and then I got stuck on the next section and just have not gotten the motivation to keep going on it, really. Yeah, that's not super exciting. We'll aim for Mystery Gate here. Let's just do first throwy character we can, and Nick. Maybe I will need to make Nick one of the 10. Just because that movement aspect is so high. Oh. I guess we have to fight these things. And they're like our level. Okay, one of them is. Okay, I'm gonna try something just for fun. I forgot to actually have him defend, didn't I? Oh well. This is gonna be fun. Okay, ready?
Look at me!
I will say I really like ooh, nice. I will say I really like Sam's some of Sam's special moves are really, really useful. And as the Kunoichi. I actually think that it's that almost I'm just running into the same problem over and over again. Everyone is useful, or everyone I have recruited is useful in some way. There's a little bit of repetition there, but most of it, they're kind of doing their own thing. I will say I'm pretty sure Sam has an automatic ticket for the end just because he picked the class that is not actually unlockable until the end of the game, pretty much. I remember it being really good, it's just doesn't unlock until I think it's chapter either 11 or 13. So quite a ways into the game, and kind of like with some of the others, I want to make sure he gets a little bit of screen time since he was actually one of the first people to volunteer and then just happened to pick something that's not actually used, or that's not actually available for most of the game. Granted, he also knew that out of everyone.
Let's have fun!
Ooh, there's another treasure chest over there. Oh well.
Take this.
Okay. Let that progression happen. I'm guessing the enemies are gonna mostly kind of group up on that treasure chest first. Unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna do something fun here. Love the way the movement in this game works. I really do. I do like Phantom Brave's a little bit better. Instead of a grid, Phantom Brave goes off of basically like circles coming out off of your characters. So it's actually like a radial instead of on a grid. It's technically like it's really, really obnoxious in a lot of ways. But overall, I like it better. Partially just because you can, partially because you can cheese it, which is kind of fun too. But partially just because it feels really neat to be able to, like, when you throw a fireball, you actually have a radius in 3D. Like, it actually has vertical as well for most of your moves. And it's really neat. You can do the same kind of thing, and the way the movement in it works, it also has like there's different friction on different ground. So there's some areas where you can like in an icy area, you can literally throw something and it will just like skid across the entire map. Whereas in other ones, you can you'll throw someone and they'll just stop.
Let's have fun.
I'm really glad I happened to make Dan, because this character is really, like, that class is not one I'd used before, and it's really good. The ranged base attack with the lower defense is really useful, and the other moves are, the heal's very useful.
Okay.
I haven't tried the wind attack really much yet, but the fact that it's there is nice and gives me kind of gives me an out. Since right now I only have one character, and I actually happen to stop at Mega Fire as far as what's gonna get translated across. Basically, when I reincarnate Par to the next tier again, I'm gonna have some wind and some fire techniques. Oh, good. As long as this isn't a no lifting, we're good. Yep. And we're gonna try out this new wind move. It's not bad. Again, nothing's set in stone yet. I'm partially looking at who doesn't have as many felonies yet, and partially looking at who I'm fairly confident I'm going to be continuing to use here. Either because they're the only one of their kind, or various other reasons. Bill's count is low. And doesn't matter who the last one is.
Silence! It is an honor for demons to commit heinous and devious cheese. Not only is this punk kids, we, the top
2 felony
felonies are a
to the lot.
demon's case.
Another 50,000 hell. Blue is a vape. Stan almost out of SP already? I guess I shouldn't be that surprised, considering I've been using him pretty much every battle. I'm just gonna end turn and see what happens here. Partially because I want to be able to block this off now. And partially because I wanted to make sure that I don't end up with enemies on blue tiles if possible. In fact, I'm actually probably gonna go blow up that, yeah, let's do that.
Here.
No more evade. I don't know if that's gonna trigger chain. I wasn't really paying that much attention. Nope. Okay, good. Ooh, that's nasty. Although I am slightly amused that they just did the thing that boosts attack hit and intelligence when ghosts are resistance-based characters. No, I never really use these.
Let's have fun.
Okay. And probably... Is that all the enemies that are left? Yeah. Go up here and wreck this guy. What? Oh, there's a guy hiding back there. Okay, Pete. Your expertise is needed. Ugh. These lines were exactly the same, yeah. It's just where you end up landing that's different. Oh well. Go back to Pete. Okay. Ugh. Is that actually exactly right? Not quite. I suppose I have to keep using Dan since I just used that mana potion. Or not mana potion, SP? Is that right? Yeah, SP potion. Oh, it's the Kung Fu muscle item. I was trying to figure out why that character was being such a pain to kill. That guy being way back there is really annoying. Really? Yeah, even Bill can't hit him. We're gonna toss Sam. Put him to sleep. I have a feeling I'm gonna need a little bit of assistance there, just because that's a very high HP enemy. Yeah, I'll wait a turn on this. And then we'll do... Actually, yeah, let's have... Yeah. So we're gonna do like a line them up, knock them down thing here. I'm gonna have... There. That's kind of a scary boss character to have. Oh, good. I thought it had the axe. I mean, it's still not a not scary character, but let's see, weak to wind? Okay. Green, red. Green, red, and clear. So we need to start, if we're gonna do a chain, we want to start on blue, which we've got. Just need to make sure that the red one triggers second, which right now it would not. Let's start with the easy part. There's a guy right next to my starting point that I don't want there. Okay, let's go ahead with this. We're gonna move... Actually, wait, can Boone move? Yeah, he can't lift. Okay, so now we can do that to prevent accidentally triggering it somehow. Let's go ahead and grab par. That's pretty good. And then we want somebody to stand in front of him who can take a hit. See who we can actually get up there. Harry can actually get all the way up. Let's see if she can completely take this boss out. Not quite. Pretty solid though. And actually we should be able to bring in like Nick. We'll end there. I don't think any of my characters except Tony are actually on geo panels right now. Theoretically, if I can get Tony over to the geo panel right now. Oh crap. Well, actually no, that might work. Where's Tony? Tony is by himself in the middle of all these enemies. Well, that didn't work. I guess the good news is that Tony isn't going to get hurt by the panels breaking. So Carrie can come over here. I will have her boulder crushed to make sure she gets a kill off. And that'll turn all the tiles red. Toss a Giga Wind. Shatter it again. We'll get a full clear. Do a little bit more damage to all the enemies. That might help Tony to survive over there if we have that extra damage on those enemies. So he can just do a big star boost. And do like a... What does he got for Giga Star? Yeah, we'll probably have to do a Mega Star in that pattern. Actually, can we do a... No. Yeah, like right here. And that would be my phone. We'll get back to that in just a second. We are just about done with this, so I'll call right back. Okay.
Let's have fun. Whee!
Let's see if this works. Okay. Beefy hasn't gone yet. Let's grab Bill. Maybe? No. One more person can come out. Let's see. Let's grab Pete and throw Ryan as far as we can. Too high to throw. In that case, let's go over here and throw Beefy as far as we can. I'm hoping that those will distract from Tony getting killed, because Tony's kind of squishy. That's new. Boom. Okay. Bunch of money. And then we will escape from Item World. I apparently did not realize that the resistance bonus was going to get, or the penalty to resistance was going to get worse. That may change who this is going on, but regardless, that's a huge attack bonus to one of my monster characters, so all good. So with that, I'm gonna wrap this particular episode up. We're gonna so I can figure out who's on the phone. I am gonna go ahead and get ready to, we're gonna do a bailiff into the accursed again, that level 12 one, so we can do basically just go right into a second right into a second item world with that character, or for that particular item. I'll probably do that one off stream if there's any more grinding to do. But at this point I'm thinking I'm gonna give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. We'll plan on hopefully getting that part wrapped up the next section gone through in the next episode. I need to figure out who to equip this devil ring to, and who to equip the accursed to. I was gonna put it on Dan because he has an intelligence-based thing too. Honestly, the resistance penalty may not even be a big deal once we get to the fact that he's going to be getting such a huge attack bonus. And he already has like an orb equipped, which is a huge bonus to resistance. So yeah, we'll go from there. I have been Rafecal, this has been Disgaea 2. Hope you're enjoying the Item World shenanigans. Like I said, we're going to be picking up next time. Probably with the next chapter, chapter 11. There's only 3 more chapters to go. I'll say again, from the beginning, as a reminder, please let me know if you're one of the people who's been keeping up with this series. I don't have a good way to tell specifically who it was that's been doing that unless you comment. either here or on Facebook, and just let me know that you're watching and you want to see yourself in the rest of the adventure. And we'll go from there. If you have any other questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments. Give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. And as always, have a good one.